Are rated R superhero films overrated? If you don't already know, The Batman, which is a very anticipated comic book movie, is getting a PG-13 rating. But here's the thing about the internet, it's the internet, and people are mad because they want the film to be rated R. You see, there's a thing I like to call the pioneer effect. Let's say there's a DC movie called Joker, which is different from any other comic book movie till that point. It was gory, gritty, and dark. Unlike most superhero movies that were fun, lighthearted, and PG-13. They make two more rated R superhero movies that do well, and now the DCEU makes a film called The Batman, which is PG-13. And people get mad because they want to see another gory, violent, rated R superhero flick. That's the pioneer effect, which I think is pretty stupid. First of all, those movies aren't great because they're rated R, they're great because the people making them are talented. These people are talented, the actors are talented, and they all make great stories. You see, I believe the film should only be rated R if the story tells it to be. If someone's head has to explode for the story to move forward, then blow up his head. If the story has to start with the character being brutally murdered because it's a key part of the movie, then go ahead. But if people want films to be rated R just so it can be rated R, then that's when gore conquers storytelling. Also, I can confidently say that this movie is supposed to be PG-13 and not rated R. Now, I heard the excuse, oh, but Batman is supposed to be gory. It's supposed to be aimed for adults. No, it isn't. It's a story about a guy dressing up as a bat to fight crime. That's goofy and obviously a PG-13 story. Also, Matt Reeves, who directed the film, is not going to make this rated R. Almost every single movie he has created is PG-13, or at least his best movies. But the last thing I would like to talk about is the trailer, because this is where I think the problem started. The problem where people wanted this movie to be rated R. You see, the three main trailers for this film has a dark tone and it gives the vibe of a Fincher film. But once again, the trailer doesn't actually show anything that graphic. It shows Batman beating up a guy very violently, but his body is off screen. We see the Riddler causing an explosion and the love story between Batman and Catwoman, but even those scenes are below the level of The Dark Knight and what it shows. So, moving away from the topic of the Batman and people wanting it to be rated R, even though it's a PG-13 film, is rated R superhero films overrated? Well, that depends what you're talking about. The film or the MPAA rating? The films themselves are really good movies made by really good filmmakers. But the R rating is what's overrated. Just because some films in the genre have an R rating and are pretty good doesn't mean that every other movie in that genre or from that studio should be rated R. Only when you are writing a film that needs to be gory or full of nudity does it need to be rated R. But when a film doesn't need to be gory or violent, then don't make it like that. So no, rated R superhero movies are not overrated, but the way they're glorifying the rated R to define the movie, that's where things go too far, and people have to stop that, because these movies should be good on their own merits. Thank you for watching, subscribe if you made it this far, and have a great day.